Well, welcome to the Al Mourjan Business Class Lounge at Doha Hamad International Airport. Absolutely fantastic facility. I'll give you a tour around and you can make up your own mind. Meanwhile, Diet Coke, because it's still quite early. One of the most amazing things about this lounge is the water feature that's behind me. I don't know if you can see the little drops of water. They're actually coming from beneath rather than from the top. It does sometimes make it look as though the water's dropping from the ceiling. Still, along with the staircase, the 2 floors, the fantastic food, it's quite a facility. And away from that main area where the water feature is, there's also quieter areas such as this one where you can actually just sit down, get away from the high ceilings, and actually, if there is some natural light, have a look out of the window as well. There are plenty of screens around the lounge to make sure that you don't miss your flight, but do bear in mind that they don't make flight announcements because they'll be doing them every couple of seconds, I suppose. What you can do is look at the screens on the wall, or they also have these devices, which are kind of like massive iPads, and you can just do a search facility or just simply look which one is your flight. Always find a bit of peace and quiet if you look for it. The lounge has pretty much everything. We're in the games room. There's more than one games room. You can see they've got table football, various electronic games, and then next door is a business centre. So you can always dump the kids in here and actually get some work done next door. And just in case you think it's all about high-end leisure, here's the business centre. They've got everything here as well as computers. They've also got printers that can be used. Okay, so that's the tour of the lounge. Now, I don't want to give anyone a false impression. I've been through this lounge many, many times, and it is one of the best lounges, I think, in the world, certainly best business class lounges in the world. But it does get very, very busy. Right now, it's sort of between 10:30 and 11 o'clock on a Thursday morning, and I have never, ever seen it this empty. The reason is, of course, that there are banks of flights that go out of here, and this is between one of those banks, so that's why I could walk around with a camera. Normally I wouldn't have even attempted it because there's just too many passengers in here. It never gets uncomfortably crowded, but certainly for things like the showers, there's certainly a waiting list for those. I remember one time I had to wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes for a shower. Not a disaster if you've got a 2 or 3 hour layover, and also for the food and beverage. You know, there can be not queues, but certainly it's a busy time. But then that's because it's a growing airline, and it's nice to be able to show you this lounge when it's empty, and you can see it all cleaned and sparkling, ready for the next bank of passengers. I hope you found it useful, and we'll one day get in the first class lounge.